Today I want to talk about how to have awesome sample sessions that get you hired and get you clients. Hi and welcome back. I'm here in Santorini, Greece, and enjoying the spectacular view inspired me to record this video. I know so many coaches, including myself when I started, who struggled to get clients, and one of the best ways to get clients is to actually have what we would call consultations or sample sessions. The reason why sample sessions are so important is that it's a way for you to draw in clients to experience what you can do for them, and hopefully they'll want to hire you as their coach. So this is why I want to do this video, to teach you how to make an awesome sample session that will get you hired and get you clients. In future videos, I'll tell you a bit more about how to generate leads and how to get clients or how to get potential clients to call you up to have a sample session with you. But right now I want to focus on the actual sample session and the actual consultation that you're going to be conducting. This may be done face-to-face or over the phone, so it's the same format. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to get present and I want you to get grounded. Now this may seem like a trivial part of this whole process. It's probably the most important one. I used to do this so many times, and I've seen this done so many times by others, is that just before a sample session, just before a consultation, we'll be rushing to get through our emails, we'll be rushing to get through our phone, sending a text, and piling them back to back. And the problem with that is that you're just not going to be as present as you need to be. Here's a great practical tip that you can use. Give yourself an intention. Something like, make the client more important than looking good. And ask yourself a question. What if this was the only coaching session this client will ever get? You might want to write this down, you might want to put it on a post-it, stick it in front of you, just to remember this. Step number 2, welcome your client to the coaching conversation. This isn't a chat, this is a coaching conversation. That is exactly what separates the good coaches from the great coaches. What you want to do is, you can have an informal conversation in the first few minutes where you can explain a bit more about what coaching is, what coaching isn't, and then you've got to be very clear about when the coaching conversation starts and how long it's going to go on for. This is particularly important for you to set up the agenda for this conversation. And at the end of that conversation, you're going to go through a few steps that I'm going to be talking to you shortly. Step number 3, make the only requirement of your client to come up with a really important topic that they've been struggling with or that they haven't been able to resolve. Step number 4, this is where you take your prospective client into the future. Let them experience what it would be like and what would it feel like to have achieved that very specific goal. Now remember, this may be the very first time that your prospective client gives themselves full permission to go there. So it's a real gift. Here's a tip that you can actually use. Ask some questions like, what would it be like for you to make this happen? How would you feel? Where would you be? What would be different for you? Get them to experience it, to feel it. Step number 5, identify the barriers that are getting in the way. Now, coaches get hired because they're able to help people achieve results that they simply can't do on their own. That's just the plain truth. So this is an opportunity for you to bring some awareness around what's getting in the way to your client. Because by showing them that they're going to have to get over these obstacles in order to achieve what they want is going to be a compelling reason for your clients to hire you. Step number 6, don't just focus on the problem, focus also on the whole person. How is this topic that they brought important to the person they want to become and the life they want to lead? Take them to the big picture of what is essential about this. I'm a firm believer that how we do anything is how we do everything. So perhaps this is showing up somewhere else in their lives. Step number 7. Now this is a mix of 2 things. 1, what would be the price of them not achieving this? And 2, how much is this worth to them? This is the area where you want to be focusing on making sure they say how much this is worth to them to achieve this. Because if you can get this across, it will be very clear to them why this is worth investing their time, energy, and resources with you in order to make this real. Step number 8, weave in examples of past client successes to show them what's possible. Step number 9, bring the conversation back to the present and give them an action that's going to get them one step closer to their goal. Here's a tip. Take them out of their comfort zone by giving them a challenge and show them what's possible through coaching. Step number 10 is when you bridge the conversation to a close. This is where you remind your clients that intention and knowledge alone isn't what's going to help them to create change in their lives. If it would, we'd all stick to our New Year's resolutions. Instead, this is where you show them that focus, accountability, growth, and taking action are the pillars and foundation of every coaching relationship, and that's why they're so transformational. Step number 11, see if they're a right fit for you. By now, you've conducted your sample session, so you should know if you can deliver the results they're seeking and if you're excited about working with them. If you're not, refer them to someone else or simply tell them you're not the right coach. If you are, ask for the business. Make sure to talk about how you work as a coach. For example, explain your package, how much it costs, for how long, and what do they get. I'm particularly insistent on the following point. Step away from charging hourly rates, and I want you to start looking at packages. When you start talking about settlements or installments of payments, say that they can pay in full or they can pay in 2 to 3 installments, but do not talk about monthly payments or hourly payments. Step number 12, ask for the business. Confirm that you're excited at the idea of working with them and that you'd like them to become your clients. Here's a sentence to try out. I really love the vision that you have for your future self and the goal that you're trying to achieve. If you're serious about achieving it, I would love to be your coach. Will you be my client? That simple sentence of asking them, will you be my client, is by far the least used sentence in this industry because so many coaches are afraid to ask for the business. If you don't ask, you won't get. Step 13. This is where you show that you're a professional, that you run a business, that you have processes and steps to follow. Simply explain what are the different steps that they will need to take in order to become a client. For example, let them know that you're going to send them an email with an agreement form, an invoice to settle. And when that invoice is settled, their place is guaranteed. By now, hopefully, they would have said a big fat yes and hired you as a coach. But if for whatever reason, they tell you the most said sentence that most coaches hear, which is, I need to think about it, you'll want to stick around and listen to step 14. Step 14, if your prospective client tells you, I need to think about it, simply let them know. I only work with people who are definitely yes, because I only work with highly committed clients. So if you're not sure, that's okay. Let's just call it a no for now. The reason why this is important is that no sales were ever made with a maybe. Yes lives in the land of clarity, so always take a no over a maybe. There you have it, my 14th step to conduct the most awesome consultations to get hired and get clients. I want you to go out and practice this with at least 10 prospective clients out there, and I want you to let me know how it went by posting a comment below. If you'd like some help on how to grow your coaching business so that you can stand out, get clients, and start making money, give me a call.